Hello, y'all people. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna show y'all how to download Blender and how to use it and all that jazz. So we're gonna come down here. I already have it downloading to show you another step, but we're gonna go to this site, www.blender.org. This will take you here. You just have to click download and click this, and then it will start downloading. I already have it downloaded, or I have it downloading already here. So we're just gotta wait for that to finish so that we can move to step 2. Or not step 2, but another step. Okay, so now that you see that it's done downloading, you're gonna click this. You're gonna come here, you're gonna click next. You would do that, or you do the setup like as it says, and then you'd finish. So once you're done setting up Blender, you now have Blender. Once you have it, it should either be in your taskbar, or if you don't have it down there, you just search up. It should be over here, or you can go Blender, and then here. We are now moving to section 2. Now that you have Blender open, these are just extra things. This will be empty for you, but you're gonna start here. We're gonna be going over basic things like, what do these do? What does this do? What does this mean? What is this? What is that? What is this thingamajig? How do I render images? How do I make stuff look good? I'm getting there. Give me a second. So, as you saw, you are now here after either going to search it, finding out up in the thing, or down here. You can now do stuff. I recommend, instead of doing the all-in-one, I recommend doing the individual so you don't accidentally do something. So like this moves it. This moves up and down, this moves it that direction, that moves it this way. Those rotate and scale with the other two. So this and this rotate and so, now that we understand what those do, we're gonna come here. Once you're here, you can either do 0 on your number pad, I think. Yeah, you go here, click 0, you're now here. Now that you're here, this is basically just like what the camera sees. So let me just rotate it like this. So if you don't want to individually rotate it like or like this and then this and then this or then this, you could just grab like the trackball, which is like this, like just lightly highlighted sphere, and you can move it like this freely. So I'm gonna move it to here. Up here, these are the different tabs. So this is texture testing. So we're gonna learn something new. If we come down here, we have a material on the cube, but we're gonna change that material to something else. So we're gonna add some metallicness to it. We're gonna go metallic, turn down the roughness. If we come here, it'll be like a mirror, but it's not since we don't have anything else. But if we duplicate the cube and move it, V, then move it, make sure the lighting is actually there, and then we have to actually instead of doing that, we're gonna go here, but then look. There is a bit of reflection on it, but for some reason it's not showing. So, now that we understand what those different basic texture things do, metallicness makes it metallic, roughness makes it how solid it is, alpha does this to make it to show how visible or invisible it should be. Those are basically all the basic stuff that you need to know about this. Also, to move your camera, you use the middle mouse button. So now that we have this, you're basically done making a render. So look, I made 2 points of light. View camera, active camera. Here, look. I have mine set as a keybind, but you won't. So if you come here. No, if you click view, then navigation, go all the way down to around here. I recommend walk navigation. So it's WASD and Q and D. Q to move down and E to move up. And you can just move the camera to where you want it. Shift to accelerate. Or to go faster. Oh yeah. There's that. And V doesn't work for some reason. Oh yeah, because I need to toggle gravity. Like, come up here. Tab. But we got this basically done. So now that we have the camera where we want it, let's add a background. So you can either make your own scene, or we can go here. Personally, for animations I use Eevee, but for images use Cycles. It's way better in my opinion. But yeah. But for this I'm using Eevee, so it will load easily. Also, there's lighting here. You can mess around with that, but I'm not gonna. But if we go here, you can go to edit and do stuff editing. I'm not gonna go over this. I'll go over it in a different video if this goes well. If this doesn't do well, like perform well at all, I'm not gonna do another one. But if it does, I will. But yeah, those are the main controls. To add stuff, you just literally come up here and just click mesh curve, all of that stuff. Text just creates text. Metaballs makes it so that different stuff can actually morph together. But yeah. But now we're gonna make a rig. Now that we have this cube here, we're gonna go into section 3, which is adding a rig. So I'm not gonna make an entire rig, so I'm just gonna use the default cube that we have here and add a rig to it by going to add armature, go to here. Also, you have to click this if you want to get it to be good. Go to the bone again. We're gonna go up to here, go to in front by going down to view port display, in front, shift click this, shift click that, and shift click it this top here again, right click, or you can either control C, go to parent with automatic weights, and then now it will move with the cube. So cool, I know. I'm awesome. But this doesn't look good. So we're gonna do something else, which is adding, you can either just add a cube and set it to a wireframe, which I'm gonna do. Z. Cube. Cube. I'm gonna scale this. Bring down. Control A, all transforms. So now back to the bone. We're gonna come back to the bone thing. We're gonna go custom. Cube 0, 1, 0, add a cube. We're gonna set that here. But we're going to add wireframe to this, so do that we get modifiers, add generate wireframe. We're going to generate. You need to correct the cube, after you control A, accurate where we want it to be. So now that we have that there, sorry for that taking so long. But now we got our rig. So with our new rig, we can now rotate the cube any way we want. But instead of doing that, we're gonna go to pose mode to easily do it. And also to move on to our next section, animations. So now we've learned the basics on how to set up a rig, custom bones, and how to actually apply the rig, and how to even open up Blender. We're gonna go to do some animations. So start with one pose. So I'm gonna rotate the cube like this. With your camera, or for me, numpad 0. So we're gonna start here. We're gonna move to frame 30, so 1 second, and we're gonna move it to like here. And we're actually gonna go down to output here, 30 FPS. And we're gonna actually just do 30 or 60, so then I can show you all how to loop. But oh wait, if I go back, play it, if I go try play it, it won't work because I forgot to do one big thing. Clicking this. This automatically records wherever you move the cube. So if I move it like down to here, it'll record that and put it in to the animation. So if we go here to 30, then I move it to like here, now it should work. If we actually drag this up a tad bit more, we're going to go here, Control C, right at 61, Control V. So then if we go here, space, it will loop perfectly. As you see, it loops outstandingly. It's beautiful the way it goes back and forth. And if you want to, you're gonna add in like at 45, and move it up. Make it go way far down like this, and then it will still look perfectly. So, now that we made this awesome animation, how do I render it? There's multiple different ways, depending on what you do. Or no, there's only one way on it, but there's 2 different ways they could have done it. So if you just need a single frame, you just go to here, render image, and then you're done. But for animation, you have to do some extra steps, like going up to scene, going to output, going to here. You'd be on like TMP or something like that if you're on PC. You just find, you like just click on desktop or whatever, and then go to folder storage, videos, or wherever you want to save your video, and just accept. And now that's saved. You do not want to do this as individual PNG. That will look terrible if you do it as a single PNG. So we're gonna go to FFmpeg video encoding. If you're on Mac, you would do QuickTime, but if you're on Windows like me, I'm going to do MPEG-4, which stands for MP4. Then video encoding, that doesn't really matter for this. Keyframe, doesn't matter. Choose audio if you have audio, but I don't, so I'm not gonna. Once you're done with that, go to here, render your animation, like so. It'll take a bit for it to load, but we're gonna go quickly through it. Oh crap, hold up. If you need to mess something up, you can just click X. I forgot to click this, which hides the actual thing during the render. So now that you click that for the rig, render animation. Now it won't show. And now We wait a little bit, and it will be done. So my computer can actually render stuff quickly than my old MacBook. Which originally this project was gonna be for. I had to do it on Mac, but I ain't doing this on a 2015 MacBook. So I'm not doing it on a 2015 MacBook. I'm doing it here. So it is now done. You can now access it in your files. If you just come here, I'm going to close this. I'm not going to save it, but if you want to save it and turn it to something else, you can. Just click save and click your area that you want the file in. But I'm not going to save it. So I close out of that. Now how do I access it? You go to wherever you saved it. So like for me, I went to folder storage. I went to my videos, and then I went here, and now I can watch it. See? Look. And if I click this, I can watch it loop. It's a 2-second animation of this cube. And now, I'm gonna put the final thing on screen instead of just right here, right now.